How's it going, Pocket fans? It's PJ here. We're going to talk about Blaine. Blaine is a great card. It allows you to do extra damage for certain fire Pokemon, and we can build this deck on a budget and compete in these big events. Now, what I want to do is show you how to build the list, and we're going to take it through on the Pocket ladder and see how we can do against some random matches and show you just how the deck works. Let's hop over and build this deck together. Okay, now if we go in, we're just going to start a new deck. We're going to build a new deck here. We're going to tap on this, and we want to scroll down to at least the supporter or the trainer cards here. And just bear with me here. I'll get this little scroll bar to do that. The first thing we obviously want to add in a Blaine's deck is going to be Blaine, right? We need 2 of Blaine. We want to make sure that we're getting these things. Now, if you didn't know what Blaine does, let's see if we can click right on it. So it says during this turn, attacks used by your Ninetales, Rapidash, or Magmar do plus 30 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So that's really good. We're playing, hopefully you're playing the Venusaur event right now in Pocket, but we want to make sure that we're using those Pokemon. Rapidash is a really great one. We don't have any of the full arts right now, but we do want to make sure we find our Pokemon. So we're going to need 2 Pokeballs, and we're going to need 2 of the research. We can come back. We're just going to put 1 each of the X speed and the potion in here just as placeholders, and let's see what we can do and fill out the rest of our deck. So we're going to scroll over to these Pokemon. Now, Ninetales here has got Flamethrower. Now, Flamethrower says discard a fire energy from this Pokemon. You do 90 damage. That's really, really good here. The damage output is awesome. That's what we want to see. So we're just going to make sure that we add 2 of the Ninetales, 2 of the Vulpix. Vulpix is kind of cool here too. Tail Whip, you get to flip a coin if heads, the defending Pokemon can't attack. So they can't even announce an attack, which is really good. And we want to add Rapidash. Now, Rapidash can also do some really good damage output for a low amount of energy, especially in combination with Blaine here. So we've got Fire Main does 40 damage, pretty good for 1 single energy, and also has a 1 retreat cost. Now, we can add in this Magmar here, so for 2 fire energy, it does 50 damage. Could be pretty cool, you know, double punch, just like Mewtwo hits for 50. I think I'm only going to add 1 here, so we only need the 1. Those 3 Pokemon can be bumped up in damage output. So we have 17 out of 20 cards so far. I think the other thing I want to do is add a Giovanni. Giovanni's pretty good here. Giovanni can do plus 10 damage, which can get us to the point of knocking out a Pokemon. If it's, say, 60 HP, we hit it with a Magmar and Giovanni. Pretty good output there. We can add a Sabrina in this deck here too, and then I think what I want to do is just add maybe another X speed to allow us to retreat for free to conserve our energy. So we're going to scroll back down here. I know that we've got 1 potion. Potion could help us. You can really do a mix and match of a lot of these, but we have 20, and we're just going to hit OK on here. We're going to name this one Blaine. And that's going to be exactly how you build this deck. So let's do, we're going to delete here. It's hard doing it on a computer. We're going to do Blaine, cool. And we're going to change our Pokemon. We want, obviously Blaine is going to be the main one here. And then we can put Ninetales and our Rapidash in those other ones. Not a grass deck, so we're just going to put fire. These are all customizable things, but realistically that's what I want to do. We got this cool fire Mewtwo. Maybe we can scam on some people. I'm going to get Eevee sleeves. Just kind of mix and match here. But that's pretty much how we want to build this deck. We're just going to save, and then let's hop in and go on and play some games. Our chips on this budget deck and seeing what it can do on the ladder. I mean, for not having any rare or EX Pokemon in it, this deck is really, really good. So we've got our Magmar to start out with. That's pretty good. We do get a Pokeball. We don't have too many draw options here. And we're playing against a Mewtwo deck, so pretty relevant meta deck. We get to attach energy first, even though they're going first, so they're going to get their setup. Okay. We're going to place energy. Let's roll this Pokeball, see what basic Pokemon we get. So we've got a Vulpix, that's pretty good. I'm going to end the turn here. Now if we can punch with this, we can hit for 80 plus 50. So we can come close to doing a knockout. I really want to build up the Ninetales in the back. They are going to potentially put us to sleep. It looks like they're running the Drowsy Hypno combo. We're going to pump this up here. Go here. I want to try to conserve my Blaines in this deck. Let's get some more Pokemon on the field. Second Vulpix seems pretty good. And having the Ponyta. So we've got our whole bench pretty much strapped up. We're hitting for 50 there. Getting set up was a little bit more important than using the Blaines this turn. Again, we're only going to be able to do 80. We want to build up our Ninetales in the back end while we're doing this. And, I mean, again, the damage output for this deck is just so good, especially being that it's just single point Pokemon. There's no double point Pokemon, no EX Pokemon there. Let's see, we're not awake, so they are going to slam us. So that's fine. We can totally build this thing up in the back. Let's evolve this into Ninetales. Let's evolve this into a Rapidash. And I think I'm just going to let them take the knockout on the Magmar so we can come up and bring in our Ninetales and just start smashing into this thing. We can even use Giovanni here for the plus 10 damage and knock this out. As long as they don't hit themselves with like a potion, we should be fine. They are committing energy to it. They're just going to put us to sleep. We can even use X speed, so you can retreat out of sleep. So that's good. Psychic Sphere is going to knock us out. It's exactly what we wanted to happen. We didn't want this Ninetales in the active spot, so we are just going to click on it and go through. Alright, cool. And here we go. We're going to hit Giovanni. Move the Giovanni, plus 10 damage, pretty good. And we're just going to flamethrower this thing for 100 and take 2 points. So it's 2v1 right now. Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. And if we use Blaine on anything else that comes up here with the Ninetales, we're just going to win the game next turn. So again, the setup was great. We got to see a lot of Pokemon. This was awesome. All right. Unless we get put to sleep. That is their win condition, is if we get put to sleep, it's going to be pretty bad. They have 2 shots to put us to sleep here. 2 tries. Alright, there's 1. And they put us to sleep. I don't know why they're flipping again, but it's okay. Alright, we're still sleeping. That's fine. Okay, so we can X speed here and still hit with this Rapidash. Let's go here. Oh, I forget that it's not like TCG. Regular TCG, you have to be awake to retreat. That's pretty annoying, but it's okay. Alright, let's just hit end turn. See if we wake up. And we're still sleeping. That's totally fine. Absolutely fine. Alright, here we go. Can we get out of the sleep? Do you think we're going to get out of the sleep? Do you think we can do it? Can we do it? Alright. Sleep pendulum. Gonna hit us when we're down. Alright. This is all set. Boom. Alright. So here we go. We're gonna bop this and bop our Blaines. And Blaine's is gonna carry us here. We're swinging for 120, and we just win this game. And that's how it's done with Blaine. All right, let's hop into our next game. Okay, let's put our Magmar up again. Magmar leading us through, trying to make things happen for us. We've got double Pokeball in hand, so we can start to get our setup going. And we're playing against the Metal deck. I've seen some Sleep Melmetal decks start to become a little bit more meta because it got Jigglypuff to put people to sleep. And then, you know, sleep is a big status condition here. Let's try to get more Pokemon on the field. Alright, we got Ponyta. That's good for a Rapidash. Let's see what else we get. Second Ponyta. We can definitely put Ponyta down. Alright, here we go. We've got the Bisharp needing 2 energy. We are going to hit for weakness here, so we're going to be able to hit for 70 damage. If we get a Blaine, though, we could just knock this thing out in one shot, and then they have pretty much no shot. We're going to recover. We could also X speed and hit them a little bit more. This is not a great move for them. We can definitely hit for 1 energy, and if we get Blaine, we can hit for 70. And again, one-shot them. Okay, we're going in. We're going to evolve, hit here for 60 damage. They're going to slash us for 70. Metal Claw is going to do its thing. Alright, there's the research. They're going to try to find some more cards. They definitely need a setup on the back end. My mindset is just make sure that we can kill this Melmetal. That's all I want to do. Make sure that I can kill this thing. Takes 20 less damage from attack. So we have to think of it as we're just doing normal damage. There's no weakness on this thing, which is still fine. And they just concede. That's it. They give us the game. Let's hit up another one. And this deck is just carrying. I mean, again, for a budget deck, this is pretty good. Getting some wins here. Now, if you're liking this deck and this type of content, make sure you can hit the like button for me and share it with some people. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Let me know what other decks you'd like to see like this. Alright, so we've got Magmar. I'm going to put Ponyta up because I think that that's our most efficient attacker. I would almost say if you do want to play decks like this, you could almost even cut the Magmar out completely and maybe put something else in here, maybe another potion, just to try to get closer to, you know, the cards that you need. We definitely want to start with cards that we're going to be using. This looks like it's an all sleep deck. So the Jigglypuff, going to put us to sleep. We can smack it for 20 with Flare. Just tap it a little. And we did draw the Rapidash, so that's pretty good too. I'm going to put this here. We're going to go, not Blaine yet. We're going to go Vulpix. And let's Flare for 20. Next turn we can knock out this Jigglypuff. It's going to be pretty annoying. They're going to put us to sleep, but then we can evolve, which is good. There's a lot of different pieces that you could use in this deck. Obviously, if we get put to sleep, if sleep is a relevant status condition in the meta right now, you just want to evolve constantly. You want to let them put you to sleep. Then we can actually use Giovanni here to just one-shot this, which is pretty good. So we're not in a bad spot. So we're going to go ahead and just pump this Vulpix up. Let's put the Rapidash down. Now we're unasleep. We're gonna Giovanni for plus 10 and hit this thing. Fire Main for 50, one-shotting it. So we get to one-shot this. It's pretty good. Alright. Let's see what else we got going here. They're thinking. Okay, so they're going to try to put us to sleep again. Could be pretty good. We could try to build up this Magmar now. Magmar doesn't seem like an awful play either. Still having the Blaines. If we draw into a Ninetales, I think that we're just going to run them over, which is pretty good. Frostmoth could be really annoying, though. Like, super annoying. They do have to build it up with 2 energies, though. If we can just knock out this Jigglypuff, that's going to be really good. I think that's what I want to do. I want to waste my Blaine. We did wake up, so that's fine. Alright, and we got the Ninetales. So we don't even need to put the Magmar down here. We're just going to go Ninetales and Blaine. And they're not going to be able to recover. They're not going to be able to put enough energy on in time. We're more efficient than they are. We're hitting this thing for 70. We one-shot the Jigglypuff. It's all good. It's all good. We got it. Nice. We got there. We got there. All right, so I'm assuming that we're going to see a concession here, but again, Rapidash carrying, Ninetales in the background. We can even go X speed here. Our opponent's going to be awesome and let us play out through the whole game. And they see the writing on the wall here. They're not really going to be able to do too much. And they're going to pass it back to us. We've got the Ninetales on the bench. We could just retreat manually and go into this thing and smack for 90. One-shot their Frostmoth. I think they're kind of like reading the cards now. See what's going on. Maybe just letting us sit here. They're kind of annoyed that we're so far ahead. And let's just go here. Click on this thing, retreat, go into the Ninetales, swing, flamethrower for 90, winning us the game, doing our thing, and that's pretty much it. That is the whole Blaine's deck. As you saw, this budget deck is super fun and super easy to play. It's really easy if you're new to Pokemon TCG Pocket and just trying to get a competitive deck. Maybe you want to play in some tournaments. You can always visit play.limitlesstcg.com and register for some tournaments. You can take a look. I might be putting a video out on my channel here on how to register for online tournaments if you want to start playing competitively. But the decks are so easy to come by when you're just building budget decks. You don't need all of these fancy, flashy EX cards all the time. It is really cool to get that. And this deck is also really good because right now the Venusaur event is happening in TCG Pocket, so you can even use this deck. It's probably one of the best decks to use to just get through all different levels, even through the expert level. You can use a deck that's budget like this and just body the Venusaur deck. So if you like this content, again, one more time, leave me a like on the video, share it with some friends, and hopefully you subscribe to the channel. Let me know down in the comments what videos you'd like to see next on the channel. I'd be happy to start making those for you as well. Again, this is PJ here with TCG Pocket. I'll catch you next time.